What a night. Step on into the Friday Night Pep Rally here on Riverside TV. Jeff Gorham, fresh from the Ramona versus Riverside Poly Solar Series battle. Watch my water here.
Sorry, I have the wrong side. Come on. I mean, I'm a Ramona.
Oh, you're giving me the Bears?
Yeah.
I'll take the Bears. Come
All right,
on,
you can
man.
have the Bears. There you go.
It was, not one great game on Riverside TV tonight, but two great games going down literally to the final seconds, the final play for Norte Vista versus Granite Hills and Poly versus Ramona, a rematch of last year's CIF Southern Section Division 11 championship game. Jeff, you and Gazal were on the call. Before we get to the highlights, we've got a couple highlights from that game in just a moment. What a great atmosphere, what a great game, and we figured it was going to be closer than last year's championship game. And this year, in this edition of the Solar Series, man, it did not disappoint.
No, in fact, I got a lot of grief from a lot of Ramona fans because I picked the Bears to win.
You did.
I did, and I got yelled at by everyone. Ken Mashinsky gave me the side eye, and I went over and told Jerron Gilbert before the game, I said, I think you got this one, Coach, because he's bigger than I am, and I'm scared of him, so I had to placate to him. But no, I say this, it was one of the best games I have had and followed the last 9+ years here on Riverside TV, and it was a shocker.
All
to
right,
say
so
the least.
we're going to have highlights from like 14 games tonight and all the scores, and we're going to start with these guys. Rams and Bears. Let's go to the highlights.
Oh,
Jeff, you were out there. Take over.
Cody Shiner, one of the twins, rumbling, stumbling, going in for the quick touchdown. Then a field goal by Maddox Long, and it made it 7-3 Ramona. But it was not enough as the Bears, Michael Gaines Jr. with the return, nearly taking it to the house. Do not kick it to this young man. He is faster than lightning.
Big games.
And I believe he got a 38-yard run, gets knocked out of bounds. But then, of course, big Nick Palomares jumping over for the score. Then Shiner hands it off to Lorenzo Sims as he goes in for the score. Then, of course, Benji Matthews, all-around football player, defensive stud, put him in at fullback. He scores, they take the lead. But they're going to end this, the last play, I'll say this, Troy Long takes a 54-yard strike right down the middle. Cody Shiner to Troy Long, and they get the 21-17 victory. Mashinsky is continuing. In fact, I talked to a couple head coaches. I talked to one head coach today. I can't say his name. But he said Ken Mashinsky is the luckiest guy in the world. And guess what? He's right. He is the luckiest coach in the world. And I have to say this. I love Mashinsky. I thought that the Bears might have got him because their defense has been great. Coach Jerron Gilbert, in 18 games, he has only had 4 teams score over 21 points against him, and the Rams have done it twice. I tip my cap off to Ken Mashinsky. He has a great team over at Ramona. They are fundamental football players, and they make big plays when it counts, so congratulations to my Ramona Rams.
Well, we had Coach Mashinsky on the Coach's Perspective earlier this week, and he basically said they might be 4-0 going into the Solar Series game against Riverside Poly, but their best football was still in front of them, that they haven't played a complete game. He doesn't like exactly where they're at yet. He's hoping they're going to peak right in time for the playoffs. And, Jeff, like you said, they kind of snuck away, right, with a win against the Bears. But, if you're Poly, you're feeling, okay, heartbreaking loss right now, but you feel like, okay, we're close. But if you're Ramona, you're feeling like, okay, we got the win. Great teams find a way to win even when they're not playing their best football. They still won this game, and they still have a lot of room for improvement, which is exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Ramona, like I said, they get basically the last play of the game, a 54-yard strike. Poly had it in the bag. It was just, but Ramona's just, they do it every single season. But I will say this, Jerron Gilbert and Ken Mashinsky are two of the finest coaches we've seen in Riverside. They played in the CIF Championship last year, and I think this game tonight was even better than that one.
So the Rams moved to 5-0 with a dramatic finish on Riverside TV, which, if you're watching us live on YouTube right now, you can go back and watch the end of that game. I certainly did here in the studio. It was amazing.
Yes, it was great. Go back and check it out, and you could see all the fans of Riverside Poly. You watch them on the other side, and they just, as soon as that touchdown happened, it just went to silence. It was silence. Silence! And I had people yelling at me all night. We'll talk about this later. I don't know if it was, I had people yelling, hey,
Why?
Skibbity! Hey, Skibbity Jeff! Hey, Skibbity
You went
Jeff!
viral this week.
2.5 million people saw Gazal and I, and somehow we're on some website, and I said Skibbity and called somebody Sigma. And so, yes.
You said drip, too, I think. Did you say drip?
No, Gazal said something about drip. And I said he was Skibbity for doing that. But, my kids talk that way. So everywhere I go now, I was at the game tonight, people are yelling out Skibbity. I'm at Norta Vista, and kids are taking pictures with me. And I'm like,
you went viral?
I mean, viral. I always thought that was a bad thing.
You're putting Riverside on the map.
No, I need to stop the viral stuff, because I read the comments and they weren't very nice.
Was the old guy talking like that?
Well, you have 2.5 million people watching. There's about, there was several thousand people that were talking smack and said I was drunk. I'm like, hey, I'm not drunk. I'm just the Big Jeezy. The Big Jeezy ain't drunk. The Big Jeezy just likes to say Skibbity.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. But, man, the Rams and Poly Bears, that was the game of the century.
Well, as good as that one was, I was sitting right here, and we had both Riverside TV games on live on this screen. So
I hope you had our game on the big screen.
Well, on one side I had the Rams and the Bears, and that was awesome. But
yes.
Norta Vista went down to the wire against Granite Hills on Riverside TV as well. And that one was just as exciting. Jeff, I know you were busy with the Solar Series game.
Yes.
Did you hear what happened to Novi? Did you see what happened to Novi?
I was talking to Ken Batdorf during the game.
Oh, you were?
No, not really. I was talking to his assistant coaches, though, were texting me during the game. Should I not say that? But they were. No, but how can you call it? What is Granite Hills? Granite means rock, right?
Yeah.
You can't make hills out of rock.
Yeah, well.
No, it's dirt. It's dirt hills. It should be called dirt hills, not granite hills. All right, let's go to the highlights.
Let's go to the Skibbity.
Let's go to those Skibbity highlights.
Let's go to the video live on Riverside TV earlier tonight. Jaden Henderson for the Braves punches one in because of a 7-zip game. Granite Hills would answer. Quarterback Amir Sneed to Nehemiah Hankins. And he's in for the into the end zone. 7-7 in this game between Granite Hills and Norta Vista. So now we fast forward to the second quarter. Granite Hills takes the lead. Yanni Long in for the score, 14-7. Granite Hills later in the second quarter, Seth Bolander calls his own number, goes in on the QB keeper, ties the game at 14. It was 14 all at halftime. Third quarter now. Jaden Henderson again gets into the paint. 21-14. Novi back in front. Later in the third quarter, we're going to be all even again. Granite Hills, Amarcus Johnson jumps that route. Johnson, the pick six. We are all tied square at 21. So let's go to the fourth quarter. And Dreddy Elaine is going to give the Braves the lead, 28-21. So now with less than a minute to play, Granite Hills is going to score on this touchdown. It'll be number 3, Long, making his way to the end zone with less than a minute to play. But Granite Hills would not get the 2-point conversion, and that is the difference. Norta Vista stays undefeated. They move to 5-0 with a 28-27 win. What a game for the Braves.
And I will say this.
Say it.
10-0. I said it before the season. I called it.
Bold.
And it's a bold call, but I think Norta Vista is going to get that 10-0 season. They're going to wrap up. And I hate to say this because you can never go against Ken Mashinsky. But Norta Vista, I think, is the premier team in the city of Riverside. They have beaten very good teams, and Ken Batdorf is doing a wonderful job.
I don't want to steal anyone's thunder.
You can't.
But when Norta Vista plays Ramona, the Battle of the Kens, we might try to do something real fun on Riverside TV. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly. But, man, that's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see the Rams and the Braves, and I'm going to be yelled at by everybody at Ramona, my alma mater.
Skibbity guy doesn't know anything.
I'm a Hall of Famer. You're not allowed to yell at a Hall of Famer, for gosh sakes. Ramona Hall of Fame. Go Rams.
All right, here we go. Let's stay with in Riverside. We'll go with Hillcrest on the road at Lakeside. Travis Carter and his team, they're going to be in the mix for that Sun Belt League Championship. And, again, trying to gain a little bit of steam before we get to league play, which is coming right up now. So let's go on the road down to the Lake Elsinore area. And there's the fighting Travis Carters, the Hillcrest Trojans coming out. Early on in the first quarter, it's going to be Matt Ramos, man. Love this guy. He does everything. He's playing quarterback this season and doing a great job. Goes in for the score. The point after makes it 7-zip. Hillcrest on top. Lakeside, they've got the fumble, or they got the ball, but not for long. Fumble on the play. Big hit there. The ball is jarred loose, and Hillcrest recovers. They have possession, and they're going to go right to work. It's going to be Matt Ramos. We saw him do it with his legs. This time goes to the air. The touchdown pass there. And now it's a 13-0 Hillcrest lead after 1 quarter of play. So let's fast forward to the second quarter. It's going to be Ramos taking the dive across the line. 20-0 Hillcrest at this point. To the third quarter, it's Ramos to Julian Sandoval. What a catch. I think there was a flag on the play.
He is great.
Still made the catch, Jeffrey. And then later in the third, it's going to be, how about the old field goal?
I love kickers.
You do.
I do.
37-0. Hillcrest wins on the road at Lakeside.
Yeah, Travis Carter, man, he is. I'll tell you what. He almost had, was it Ramona? He almost had Ramona beat. It was their special teams that, I hate to say it cost him, but they were just a couple plays from beating Ramona.
Yes.
And I think Travis Carter does a great job. Remember, he was the quarterback for Ken Mashinsky when he was over at King.
Yeah.
Do you remember
that's right.
that?
He's got King ties.
He does have King ties
Yeah.
when Mush was up there over on Wood Road up there in Van Buren or whatever they say.
He really, really does.
Good
All right,
coach,
so
good players.
so Hillcrest 4-1 now on the season. So
Yeah.
and again, that's going to be a lot of fun in some Sunbelt League play. I think we've said it every single week here on the Friday Night Pep Rally, but between Poly and Hillcrest, and you throw Hemet into the mix, man, that Sunbelt League is going to be a battle. for the league-
Hemet,
for
isn't
the league
Rancho
champ.
Christian in that league too?
Yeah, Rancho Christian.
Rancho
is in-
Christian just got the quarterback from Rancho Cucamonga, the senior. He
Oh, they did?
transferred. And then the kid left Rancho Christian to go play somewhere else. Did you hear about that?
No, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Hey, all
Look
I know
at
is-
you.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but 'cause there's something in my head. Yeah, Rancho Cucamonga quarterback transferred to Rancho Christian. He will be immediately eligible to play.
And well, they might need him because Rancho Christian this week they tied Xavier Prep 7-7. I saw because before a game, the two head coaches, you know this, Jeff, the two head coaches have to agree upon overtime. Do we play overtime or not? They have to decide before the game starts. And they decided no. They played on Thursday night. It's a school night. No overtime. What's the odds it's going to end in a tie? Well, it ended in a tie.
Well, that's just goofy.
Yeah,
That's just
well,
straight. And they play Xavier Prep.
Xavier Prep.
Xavier
Yeah.
Prep. No, Rancho Christian, though.
That-
could be very good here. But I'm telling you this, as Arlington as well. Arlington is pretty darn good.
Oh yeah.
You forgot about those guys, didn't you?
I didn't forget
You
'cause-
forgot about Lincoln Liggins.
I would never forget.
Lincoln, what do we call him? Luscious Lincoln Liggins. Yes.
Yeah, he is a stud receiver for the Arlington Lions. So, Jeff, with the perfect segue here, let's go to the Arlington video here because they were playing on the road at Bell Gardens. And, Jeff, it was kind of hard to see the numbers, but just know that Arlington's offense, who, I don't know, it's safe to say it used to be one-dimensional, it was like run-heavy, right?
Yes, it was.
Now they can throw the football. They got a great quarterback in Garcia. And they were doing some big things on the road at Bell Gardens. Here's his touchdown pass. I'm going to hazard to say it might be Liggins in the back of the end zone. I can't see.
Lincoln Liggins.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you.
Back
Everything
and
is-
forth battle on the road in Bell Gardens. We can just tell you that Arlington came up a little bit short. 29-22 was the final score. So the Lions still in a good spot as we get ready for league play, but that was
Well,
a
wait
tough
a second.
road
They
loss.
lost? I was just saying nice things about them.
Yeah, they lost.
So fire Argamosa.
Let's not go off the deep
Yeah,
end
I
here,
mean, you
Jeff.
can't lose, buddy. You go.
Never.
Man, fire Argamosa. I love that guy. But man, I'm so sad they lost. To Bell Gardens. Where's Bell Gardens?
That's a really good question.
Somewhere in Bell?
Somewhere in Bell or in the Gardens.
Somewhere. One of those places.
So, I think it was 29-20.
Oh.
29-21.
We just lost everything. There it is. We're back.
We're back.
Hey,
Jeff's ear's bad.
my ear.
On the Arlington Lions.
Wow, we got
No, everything went black here in the studio. Are we all good? Can August or someone give me a thumbs up?
Was there an earthquake?
We lost power?
Do we have-
Generator kicked back on?
Are we on?
We're on. We're still on, Jeff.
We've got no power.
All right,
We have
so-
no games.
All right, can we go to the next game? We're all good?
All right, let's go to the next game. We can't see
All right.
it.
Us-
Now we're back.
Oh, I think we skipped La Sierra. We'll go back to that one. Stay right here, Jason. Stay right here. Patriot against Shadow Hills. Let's go on the road as the Knights give the ball to, that's old JoJo Diaz. Finds his way to the end zone. Little flex from that one after that one. 14-7 Knights in the second quarter. The Warriors answer with the Wildcats. Josiah Felix bounces outside, goes in untouched. That ties the game at 14. Back to the Shadow Hills Knights. Quarterback Pedro Trujillo keeps the option score. Shadow Hills takes the lead, 21-14. Now to the third quarter. Trujillo connects with Brandon Pfeffers in the end zone for the touchdown. Knights with a 2-score lead, and they would hold on for the victory. 34-33, the final score in this one, as Patriot gave Shadow Hills all they could handle in this one. So Patriot, when we talk about River Valley League, Jeff, Patriot's going to be in the mix, for that third place or playoff spot. And I mean, first, second, and third is going to be a lot of fun with Novi, Ramona, and of course Patriot.
Well, I already said Novi's going to win it, so it's going to be between Patriot and Ramona for second and third. I'm calling my shot. I'm always wrong with much, though.
Call your shot right now.
Yes.
All right, if we can go back to the game that we just had, it was La Sierra against Moreno Valley. If we could go to that one next, we'll keep that River Valley League flair going. Here we go, out to Moval, Jeff. Moval for life. All right, there's La Sierra and the all whites, man. Nice and icy there. Moreno Valley on offense, quarterback Cyree Matthews to Johnny Robinson. Going to break 2 tackles, and that's going to set up this later on that drive as the Vikings were on the move, as they usually are. It's going to be Matthews handing it off to Trevor Williams. He wears number 21, goes in for 6, and it's a 6-0 Moval lead on La Sierra. Moreno Valley back on offense a little bit later in the second quarter, and it's going to be Matthews dropping back, but he will be picked off by the Eagles. Number 18, keep an eye on him, Adil Chayat, who runs it. Pretty big run after into Moreno Valley territory, but they were still trailing by 6. They did not score on the ensuing drive. So later in the second quarter, with about 1 second left on the clock before the break, Moreno Valley with the ball. They are on the doorstep around the 5-yard line, and it will be Matthews. You got one play. What do? Let the quarterback make the play. It looked like Matthews might be bottled up. Oh, no. Springs outside and gets in for the score. 13-0. Moval on top of La Sierra at halftime. So to the third quarter now, still a 13-0 game. And after marching down the field, here goes Moval again. This time it'll be number 1 gets the call, Muhammad Noah. And he's going to go in for the score. 21-0 at that point. Moval in front. We're going to have one more highlight here later in the third quarter. La Sierra trying to go deep downfield, trying to cut into that Vikings lead. But there is Amir Carruthers. Juggling interception. What a play by Carruthers. Moreno Valley and the Vikings defeat La Sierra by a final of 34-0 as Moval.
Moval?
Go for it. Hold on, you're not on camera, Jeff. Hold on, they want to see your pretty face.
Moval! There you go, Moval. Hey, you said icy.
Icy.
I have not. You've been hanging out with a lot of kids, apparently.
Yeah.
The icy drip.
The icy drip, man.
The icy drip is very Sigma.
You've got a nice fit tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
You got, your shoes and your jacket.
I was told I looked handsome tonight, too, by a couple of ladies in the audience.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, I did. I really did. Yeah, they said I was handsome. They said, "Man, you're handsome."
You look just like Jason McMains.
But I'm about 8 feet tall. Look at those shoes, though.
Oh yeah.
The drip, the icy
Those are
drip.
icy. Those are icy.
Yeah, I had ladies. The ladies were telling me how handsome I was tonight. How dare you?
All right, Jeff, let's see. Next up, we're going to check on Redlands, East Valley, and JW North. Going into this game, both teams were trying to get their first win of the season. Both of them over, trying to get that win number 1. One of them would do it tonight, and it was actually a game that was really good and went down to the wire. So let's go to the highlights. We're going to go right to the fourth quarter of this one. Let's go to the juicy stuff.
Yeah,
The onside kick with North leading 35-29. Matt Vasquez on the kick, and then it's going to be Nate Lopez. 40-yard run for the Wildcats. Rev is on the move. They were trailing 35-29. It's going to be Ivan Corona, number 8.
Ivan Drago Corona.
The touchdown here ties the game at 35 in the fourth quarter. We got ourselves a ball game on 3rd and Chicago. JW North on offense. Bryson Hogue, 25 yards on this carry. Here come the Huskies. It's going to be Zach Perez. The run. stopped right there by Rev. And then here it's going to be the field goal. It's Guillermo Lopez. It's up.
Oh,
Did that go through?
It went through.
It went through. J.W. North. Wow.
Yeah!
In dramatic fashion, gets their first win of the year. Wow, 38-35. We just went straight to the fourth quarter because that's where all the action was.
Well, you know, OP Vaiapulu, you know what he said before the season started?
What did he say?
He said, "I'm not going to shower until I get that victory."
No, he did
Yeah,
not.
he did. So he got that. No, so now he gets to go home and shower.
what a relief.
His family's happy.
Everyone's
Everybody's
happy.
happy. But no, I love OP Vaiapulu. He does shower all the time. He's very clean cut. Great win though for the Huskies of North.
Yeah, all the way down to the wire, man. What a game. Oh, Jeff. All right.
sorry.
Next up, one of the better games. And when you look at the whole Inland Empire, Norco against Citrus Valley. I've said this multiple times. I will say it again here tonight on the Pep Rally. That throw out Centennial schedule because they're the outlier. When you don't count Centennial, Norco has the toughest non-league schedule.
Yes.
I think of any team. They play a bunch of baseline and Citrus Belt League schools to get them ready for the Big West Conference. So I think, even though they only had one win, that was against Etiwanda, going into this game against Citrus Valley, I just felt like Norco was probably a lot better than what their record indicates, just because they played good teams.
Well, what happened, Pep?
Well, let's go to the highlights. Let's take you out to Citrus Valley. Here come the Cougars.
Those are great uniforms.
Kind of icy.
Icy!
CV, hashtag the Grove out there as the Blackhawks were taking on the Cougars on homecoming. Let's go to the highlights here. How about Jeff, you love the kickers. How about some field goal action?
Woo! Crooked goalpost, though.
Yeah, well, it went in there. First quarter, 3-zip Blackhawks on the field goal. There's Norco head coach Dan Barlage, used to be the head coach at Valley View. He was at RCC for a while.
That's right.
Then Norco with a field goal of its own. Mauricio Aguilar ties the game at 3. This is in the first quarter. And then on the other side, our guy Kurt Bruick. Love Coach B out there. Norco going to the ground game. It's going to be Chris Lang. A big run here. Cougars on the move. And it's going to be Trevor Schneider, who's been putting up crazy numbers. He's only a sophomore for Norco. Takes this little run inside. That'll put him in the red zone. Same drive for Norco. And this time it's going to be the QB, Joseph Stoffel. Rolls out, nothing doing. He's going to tuck it down and take it matters into his own hands. Stoffel goes in for the score and breaks that 3-3 tie. It's now 10-3. Norco leading Citrus Valley in the first quarter. And then Norco playing some really good defense. Citrus Valley trying to run the ball on the Cougars and just not happening in the first half. There it was Maddox Barrios tackle for the loss. Norco back on offense and back in the end zone. Lang does it again. That makes it 17-3 in the second quarter. Citrus Valley trying to even things up, or at least cut into that lead before halftime. They've got the football going downfield, but Eric Bell comes up with a big interception for Norco to turn away the Blackhawks on that drive. It was 17-3 at halftime. And let's see, I think we just lost power again.
Go, keep going, I guess.
All right, keep going.
We're back.
So if you have the final score for Norco Citrus Valley, go ahead and put it on the screen because I have not even seen that final score
Well,
yet.
that's not. Oh, there it is. Norco wins.
17-10. So actually, we saw almost all the scoring in that game. Citrus Valley got a touchdown in the second half, but Norco wins 17-10, the final score there. So I didn't even know who it was. We had so many games tonight. I did not even get a chance to circle back and see what Norco and CV were doing. But that's back-to-back wins now for Norco. For
Yeah,
the Cougars.
Norco. I mean, they're fun. I mean, they've been a power forever. But like you said, the toughest schedule there is.
Yeah.
In fact, we didn't even mention their former coach.
Chuck Chastain.
Chuck Chastain was on the call for the Norte Vista game.
We should have.
We didn't even do it. Sorry, Chuck. You did a great job. Everybody said us.
I blame Jeff.
I blame me.
Yeah.
I blame you too.
Jeff should have brought it up earlier. Yeah, he did a great job, and Coach Chastain's a big fan of just local football, period, and he's not coaching this year, and I ran into him at a game. It was, what was it, Norco? No, King against Roosevelt, and he's like, hey, if you need me, Give me a call. So what did we do?
We gave him a call
this week.
I said on the air tonight, he's kind of like the guy. Remember Bill Bixby's character, the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, of
Remember
course.
he would like wander? Remember he was wandering
Yeah.
into a different. So that's what Chuck Chastain has been doing. He's been
just
wandering. He's been wandering the earth and just like not homeless, but not he's kind of like
he's not homeless,
or anything. But he was wandering the earth, so we gave him a call, and he the Bill Bixby, the Hulk came over, and Dog Bite, as we like to call him, was great in the booth. So yes, but I think he'll be back coaching someday, maybe.
He will, unless we steal him away.
I'm going to steal him. I'm going to steal him. He's a little guy. I saw him last night. I'm going to steal him and put him in my pocket. I'll put McMains in one pocket and Chuck Chastain in the other. I had both of them together last night. I saw them both at the King game.
In your drip over here?
In my drip. Both of them are in my pockets. I took them home with me.
You know what sounds good?
What?
Pep Rally scoreboard.
Let's
check
do
out
it.
some scores. Let's do this. I was kind of shocked by this one. Ukaipa loses for the first time this season on the road at Palm Springs, 32-14 the final there. Let's keep moving along. Let's see Grand Terrace and Redlands. This was a Thursday night special as the Terriers win big, 35-10 the final there. Marietta Mesa and Beaumont. Jeff, the last couple of years they've played, and this game has been usually pretty close. I think we're underestimating how good Beaumont is. I think Beaumont, that Beaumont versus Cajon game, and of course Citrus Valley, I mean, they're going to be a lot of fun. But I think Beaumont, I know they're coming off a tough loss against Oak Hills last week, but they certainly bounced back in a big way because that's a good. Marietta Mesa's 1-4, but they're probably the best 1-4 team you're going to see.
Yeah, and the Fighting Steinbergs come through again.
The Fighting Steinbergs. Chaparral and Great Oak, 42-0. The Pumas do what Pumas do. They pounced on Great Oak. Big win there. Roosevelt gets their first win for head coach Aaron Crone. Congratulations, coach, as they beat Santiago 42-21. Jeff, you love it.
Yes.
Corona over Indian Springs by a score of 30-20, and this one shocked me, but then I found out some more details. Cajon and San Jacinto. Cajon does not have their all-world quarterback, Evan Powell. He is out injured, and it showed tonight as they lose to San Jacinto. I thought it was 28-8 was the final score. Listen, nobody needs a close-up on Jeff.
Hey,
who called for that?
Hey, Bill Powell. They named a stadium after Bill Powell.
Yes, thank you.
Over at San Jacinto. I got a text earlier in the week from John Rice. He was calling me have I told you the story? We were at soccer practice, and I get a phone call from John Rice. I have my glasses on. I'm standing in the dark. So
I did hear this
so
story.
I looked down at my phone and I said, I'm not going to answer it. I can't see. So then I get a text and there's a picture and it's a heavenly photo of Bill Powell.
Oh, that's nice.
And a football stadium.
Yeah, that's nice.
But I assumed he died. I thought Bill Powell had died, so I ran to my car. I sauntered to my car.
Fast walk.
I put on my glasses and I said, oh, they're naming the field after him. So then I called Bill Powell.
That's a lot better.
So I called Bill Powell and I said, I'm glad you didn't die. And I congratulated him on naming the field. 30-plus years at San Jacinto.
And he coached a little bit at Riverside Poly recently.
He did.
Well,
and then here's the kicker, though. I said, I'm glad you're not dead. But I hope that someday when I go to the field, after you die, I'm going to take my kids and I'm going to say, I knew that guy. So congratulations, Bill Powell. Still coaching over in Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah, he's coaching in near Las Vegas.
Yeah, and he has the sixth largest video screen in the country. He told me.
He does?
Yeah, that's the only thing he told me.
Well, he is alive and well because right as the show was starting, I think the pep rally intro was playing. He was calling me, and I'm like, I can't answer it, Coach.
Well,
so if you're watching, Coach, I wanted to answer. I couldn't answer, but I wanted to.
And, Coach, I'm so happy you're alive.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take, what time is it? Oh, it's 11:30. We're good. We're right on time. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got highlights, I think, from like 6 or 7 more games, a lot more scores, and we'll preview Week 5, which actually looks to be pretty busy here in the city of Riverside and our surrounding areas. So we'll be right back here on the Friday Night Pep Rally on Riverside TV.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department wants you to know how holidays affect your trash service. Trash pickup will not be available during major holidays and collection times will be adjusted in response. Residents with city trash service will see the following adjustments. For Monday holidays, your Monday collection will happen on Tuesday and Tuesday collections will occur on Wednesdays. For Thursday holidays, Thursday service will occur on Friday and Friday service on Saturday. For Friday holidays, your Friday service will occur on Saturday. Residents served by outside vendors will experience a one-day delay of service for each day after any holiday taking place Monday through Friday. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
And welcome back to the Friday Night Pep Rally. That is Jeff Gorham. My name is Pep Fernandez. We're halfway through. It's halftime here. We're coming out in the third quarter. We're a second half team anyway, so we're going to bring a lot of energy here, right, Jeff?
No, I need a Gatorade.
No.
I need a Gatorade.
Negative.
But I'm drinking a nice water out of a Solo cup.
Yeah. You got me some
I'm ready.
ice water. You're parched. You're
Let's
good
do
to
it. Let's finish the second half here.
He's ready. He's ready, guys. Okay, we'll start with the game that was on Riverside TV last night. It was Murrieta Valley versus King. King was undefeated going into this battle with the Nighthawks, but we knew, we said it before, we'll say it again right now, this was their toughest non-league test. Let's go to the highlights here, and Murrieta Valley's got one of the top running backs in the world. Dorian Hose runs in the touchdown there, and then later it's going to be Carell Thomas. Number 10 gets the call, weaving in and out of traffic, and he's gone in for the touchdown there for Murrieta Valley. This time it'll be Hose gets the call again, gets some great blocks, basically goes in untouched for another Murrieta Valley touchdown. They'll go to the air too. Jacob Alvarez, the big tight end.
Going to San Diego State.
True. Comes down with a touchdown there. And then it's going to be Ty Isai playing quarterback to Derek Johnson Jr. Jeff, you
I know that
name.
guy. He used to be the head coach at Notre Dame, won a CI championship.
Yeah, his son doing big things now for Murrieta Valley. Then that was King punting. Cam Connor on the other end for the Nighthawks. Down the sideline, stays on his feet, cuts back in, and there is another Murrieta Valley touchdown. I think you kind of see the theme of the highlights here. It's going to be Johnson with the interception, and that's a pick six of Johnson doing it on offense and defense. His dad must have been loving this game.
He's like Travis Hunter.
He is, right?
He is.
Both sides of the football. And then it's going to be Murrieta Valley, the handoff here. This guy must be, I don't know, maybe got called up. Number 32 is not on the roster, but he is in the end zone. I can tell you that.
Well, there was a lot of end zone for Murrieta Valley.
King did get one score in the game. There it was, the touchdown there, but it was 62-6. The final score. So the Wolves will lick their wounds and get ready for Big West Lower play coming up. And all signs point to King certainly being in the mix for that league title. I would say Murrieta Mesa is going to be right there. Great Oak is going to be right there. Maybe even Temecula Valley. They've had some decent wins in non-league play. So a lot of teams will try to regroup. You know, because week 5, we got a bunch of games. A lot of teams will be taking their bye to get ready for league play.
Yeah, tough loss though for the great Jason McMahon. In fact, he's in my pocket still.
He's right there.
He's right there.
All right, now on to the holiest of the wars, Notre Dame versus Aquinas.
Did they get to use the sword and the
Just
shield?
the shield.
Just the shield?
The shield, yeah.
Okay, so
They played this game at Ramona High School. It was on a Thursday night. Let's go to the video. Oh, Jeff, there it is.
it was at Ramona?
It was
remember
at Ram High.
Remember I got the shield that one time? Yeah, I did. I ran away with it. I was holding it the whole game.
JoJo Solis, number 3 in the Aquinas Falcons, holding on to that shield. It's a perpetual trophy, right? So if
Yes.
you win it, you get to keep it there. So trying to keep that going and keep it at Aquinas. The Falcons with the football, they got some great running backs. I just mentioned JoJo Solis. That's Champ Brown. Champ, looking like a champ, gets to the end zone there for the first score of the game. 7-zip Aquinas early on in the first quarter. Champ did it once. Champ's about to do it again. It looked like they were going to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Champ is buff.
He is gone. I met him the summer before his freshman season at the U of R camp. He's like, "Hi, I'm Champ Brown. I'm going to be the running back at Aquinas." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." No, he's the real deal. Champ Brown is he's the man. So he goes in for a touchdown there, and call me old-fashioned, but it's not really Aquinas highlights until you get JoJo Solis in the mix.
Not JoJo Solis.
He goes in for the score. The Holy Shield will stay at Aquinas as the Falcons beat Notre Dame by a final score of 48-0. So Notre Dame still trying to get their first win of the season. They do have Skyline League play coming up on the horizon, so we'll see if they can kind of put something together here. But Aquinas wins 48-0. So Aquinas 2-2 on the season. Notre Dame now 0-4. All right, moving along. Let's see. How about we check in, Jeff? My favorite Jeff Gorham era in coaching was your stint at Santa Rosa Academy.
It lasted about a week and a half.
that was my favorite.
When I was undefeated.
You never won, but you never lost.
Never won, never lost. But I got to shoot in that gym. What a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place. Let's take you down to the city of Menifee, Santa Rosa Academy. The Rangers, Jeff, you must know that, right?
Yeah, but I didn't know they had a field.
Yeah, they got a great field and a great football team. They were taking on Cardinal City, USA. San Bernardino in this one. Josh Park, the run there for the Rangers. And then it's going to be quarterback Daniel Marlowe to Dominic Vicente Thomas. And then you like that? Take this too. Marlowe to Vicente Thomas on another completion. This is going to be like an epic saga between the Cardinals and the Rangers here, so buckle in. Marlowe the run. Marlowe could go, and he does. In for the touchdown for the Rangers. Now, more SRA. Is that what they call it, Santa Rosa Academy?
I don't know.
SRA. It's going to be Marlowe to Park. Did he get it? Yeah, he sure did. That was a catch, and it's going to be Marlowe calling his own number. Goes in on the quarterback keeper. Touchdown there, 14-0, Santa Rosa Academy. On the ensuing kickoff, the ball is on the ground. Body's on the floor, and who's going to come out with it? It's going to be the Cardinals. The Cardinals have it, but on the pitch, the ball is going to be loose again, and this time it would be recovered by Santa Rosa Academy. Marlowe, is that you? No, that was, let's see, do I have number 2 in the highlight? No, but he did recover it.
Man, there's a lot of slippery balls.
The ball is on the ground all over the place. Fumble, the Cardinals stay with it.
Oh, another one!
Yeah, what is going on in this game?
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. I'm going to tell you in a minute after the highlights.
All right, I think I know where you're going with this. Cardinals with the ball, that is J Money Stanley. J Money, nice forearm to force his way into the end zone. Touchdown San Bernardino. Later, Cardinals with the football going deep downfield. Still, Suatele picked off by Chris Ramirez on this play. Interception there for the Rangers, and now it's going to be Rangers on offense. Caleb Stecker moving a couple Cardinals down the field with him. That would set up this. It's going to be Marlowe with another touchdown. He's good, man.
Marlowe and the Magic Movie Machine. You guys don't remember that show, do you?
No, absolutely 100% not. Marlowe on the carry. But watch this play. The ball pops out.
No kidding.
What is going on? Jackson Morace scoops it up and takes it in for the touchdown. I think we're going to slow it down and look at the replay because I think a lot of people were confused. Was the ball out? And if it was out, was he already down? Was it maybe not a fumble? We're going to slow it down. I think the ball is out. Yep, it is. It's out before his knee hits the ground.
Yes, it is.
So that's a live ball, and Morace, number 22, scoops it up and takes it back the other way for a touchdown. Well, I don't know. Why was there so many fumbles in this game?
Well, I'll tell you exactly why.
54-27.
Okay, well,
SRA wins.
I have to throw out a addendum here. PETA, don't sue me or don't get mad at me. But, you know, they use pigskin. Aren't they pigskin footballs?
Pigskin footballs, correct.
Well, I'm telling you, man, I think if we made footballs out of dolphins, you know, I've hugged and pet and swam with dolphins. And I'm telling you, if you turned a football into a dolphin out of a football, deceased dolphins, of course.
Of course.
I don't think you would have a problem with slippage.
Did you say that during the broadcast tonight? Is that what you?
Yeah, because there was a lot of fumbles, and there's fumbles all over the world. So I'll make it
all over the world.
All over the world. So I think it's because of pigskin. I think they should turn it to dolphin.
Man.
Dolphin skin footballs. No, I think it should work. Dolphins. All right, I'm probably going to get fired. Sorry. Yes.
So,
PETA, I apologize. Well, no, we won't use dolphins. We'll use chinchillas.
That's better.
That's a lot better.
That's awesome.
They make coats out of chinchillas. You
But
might as well make footballs.
It was bizarre. Like I saw the video before we aired. Some of these games I don't see. I'm watching them for the first time, just like you guys. But I did see this one. I thought, like, did they grease up the pigskin? Like, what was going on down there?
They used a lot of Vaseline on those footballs before.
Man.
You know, they just want to make it a little tougher.
Yeah,
a little tougher.
We gotta make these things interesting tonight. We're gonna level the playing field.
Dolphins. Dolphins.
All right. How about Eagles? Valley View at home against Yucca Valley. Let's go to those highlights out in. Well, you know where they play, Moreno Valley.
Well, yeah, there's too many feathers used the eagle skin.
That's not gonna work.
Not gonna work at all.
The red field out there at Valley View High School. Get to the highlights. Third quarter. It's a 14-7 Valley View lead when this happened. Valley View quarterback Jesse Vega launches the deep ball to Tion Billups for the touchdown.
He spun it. He spun the football.
Is that cool? It spun the pigskin.
It's very. He's got a lot of riz.
He was busting. Ukaipa QB Michael Ramos finds Clyde King for the catch. Took a big hit, but he did hold on to the pigskin. The Trojans moving the ball down the field. Ramos dumps it off to Anthony Love for the pickup. Yucca Valley looking to come away with some points on the drive, but Ramos intercepted by Jesse Vega, the quarterback, playing defense. Comes up with the big interception there. So Valley View sends the offense back out onto the field. Now in the fourth quarter, it's going to be Vega hitting Kyle Winston for the 55-yard touchdown. Valley View beats Yucca Valley 28-7.
Why do they not put stickers on helmets anymore? Do you remember the days of stickers on helmets?
Those were the days,
They
man.
don't. I haven't seen anybody do that this year.
Yeah, because you have to earn them, right?
I guess nobody's
All the
earning
fumbles,
anything.
you're not. There's fumbles all over the world.
I mean, come on, if you recover a fumble, give them a sticker. I don't see stickers on any helmets.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's not.
What kind of world is this?
I don't know who's good and bad. I mean, you see a guy and he have like 58 stickers.
You're like, he's good.
That guy's
He
great.
He scored a lot of touchdowns, or he made a lot of tackles.
Now, no, everybody's equal. We're in that kind of society.
No
everybody's getting a medal. Everybody's getting a trophy, and nobody's getting stickers.
I just want a sticker.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
want a
I
sticker.
want. All right, next up, Vista Marietta taking on Temecula.
Oh, they're
Valley.
pretty good. Those guys. What are they? The Broncos?
The Broncos, yeah. Let's go to the highlights because they're really, really good.
I spy on these guys when I go to Costco.
Really. A shout out to my guy, Gavin De Los Reyes. You know Gavin?
Nope.
Oh, come on. You're going to, man. He shot the highlights, did a great
Gavin,
job.
That guy. Oh, that's a great.
That's Bryson Beaver to Sean McCullough.
That's better than our
Straight
people. That's better than Riverside TV's action right there. Look at that.
7-0.
Hire this guy, Scott Brocious.
Temecula Valley going deep.
And he almost died.
Oh, yeah.
Making the play.
He hung
you
in
gotta
there.
Hire this guy.
He hung in there. And Temecula Valley going back on offense with the deep ball. They did make a couple good plays downfield, but they had a hard time, like a lot of teams do.
There's a lot of
against
people
Vista
there.
Marietta. Yeah,
I mean, it is
They get
packed.
huge crowds down there in the Big West Conference, all over the place. Bryson Beaver, the touchdown throw that makes it 14-zip at that point. Temecula Valley would get on the board. There's the TD strike for the Golden Bears. So it's a 14-7 game, right? That's manageable.
Yes.
Bryson Beaver, he's got time, completes that pass downfield, and it's going to be Bryson Beaver again. And another 20-plus yards on this completion. The aerial attack,
big
all
hits.
well and good right now for the Broncos. And let's see, we're going to run through the highlights here and just let you know that Vista Marietta picked up a big win against Temecula Valley.
Wow.
56-14. And Temecula Valley, let's see, what was that game we were talking about? Oh, they beat Temescal Canyon a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, they did.
And but they knew that. Listen, they had to play Chaparral and Vista Marietta back-to-back before league play. If anything, you'll be battle-tested, right? You'll see some great competition before you get to league play. But that's a tough stretch for any team.
Yeah, that's no fun. But Coley Candale, he's still good looking.
He is. Not as good looking as you over here in your drip. But
No, I got a good look tonight. I'm going to wear this forever. I'm going to wear this to bed.
He's not kidding either.
Nope, I'm not.
All right, how about Rim of the World taking on Colton? And I kind of thought going into this matchup, this would be one of the closer games. Maybe not as close as the two Riverside TV games tonight, but it'd still be a close game
The
tonight.
Scots versus the Jackets.
Oh, man, let's go. Let's go out to Colton. Does Colton have a nickname? The Crown City is Corona, right? I thought Colton had a name.
No, I don't.
Our people are on that right now.
Yeah, what's
Rim of the
Colton?
World on the attack. Tatum Ortiz the run. Tatum Ortiz the touchdown there for Rim of the World. That would tie the game at 7 apiece. And then it's going to be more Rim of the World. Rim's always had great running backs. They're going to add a little aerial attack in this game as well. Ryder Granger, the touchdown catch there. That would give them the lead. And Colton on the other end. Quarterback Koa Regalado to Kyle Mejia for the touchdown. And we are tied at 14 apiece. Good job there by Regalado to Mejia. And Mejia doing it on both sides of the football. Good defense, but he probably should have had the interception right there. Probably kicking himself after that play. Rim of the World would answer with another touchdown before halftime. It'll be quarterback Jake Farley to Cody Karn in the end zone. That would give Rim of the World the lead. But Jeff, you know what I always say? You can never count out the Colton Yellow Jackets.
Hub City.
Hub City. I knew they had a good nickname.
August told me it was Hub City.
Hub City. I knew they had a
I
good
thought
one.
he said Hump City. I'm thinking of a humpback guy.
Hub City.
Hub City.
They did it. 28-21.
Way to
Big
go.
win for the Colton Yellow Jackets.
Why Hub City though? They make hubcaps.
All right. Well, August will work on that one too.
Yeah.
That's
What does it mean Hub City?
That's half the battle, Hub City. But why is it?
All right,
Hub
well,
City?
next week we'll find out what it is. We'll come back
You have
to
to
you.
wait till next week. All right, let's go back to the scoreboard here. We got a lot more scores still to get to, and then we'll again preview Week 5. Rubidoux taking on Temecula Prep, and T-Prep losing their first game of the season. Jeff Rubidoux, they are 2-2 on the year. Let's see. Actually, the Temecula Prep coach, he says it was a great game. And they've got a new stadium down there. They've got a lot of fans coming out, but they did not get the win tonight. Rubidoux 24-7. Moving along, Supa Dupa Harupa Valley losing to Paris.
Paris is pretty
41-0.
good.
Yeah, they are. They might win the Inland Valley League Championship.
Didn't their
We'll see.
coach call me out last week?
Coach Sotelo. He might be watching right now.
Yeah, whatever.
In fact, I don't know if it's Coach Sotelo or somebody tags me on some highlights on Instagram, and I appreciate it. I try to share those on my story. You know what that is, right, Jeff?
I don't know how to do it. I really don't. I mean, I used to be able to know. Now I just don't do it.
All that you just use Skivity and all that.
I
those
can't
stories.
figure out this. I can't even change the channels in my house, for God's sakes.
Paris wins big time.
Paris.
Heritage versus Temescal Canyon. TC back on track, 49-15. The big win there for Temescal Canyon. Paloma Valley a little bit better than Diamond Bar, but even a little bit does the job.
Paloma Valley's pretty good.
Yeah, the Wildcats are 4-1. Oh, I should point out. So, you know, we're every Friday night, but last Saturday they had the Menifee Bowl, and Paloma Valley beat Heritage on Saturday, and then came right back around and beat Diamond Bar this week, 20-14. So a couple big wins for them. The Hemet Bulldogs, 49-0 against Adelanto. The Bulldogs, Draven Lopez, my guy, the quarterback for Hemet, doing big things this year. They're 5-0, Jeff.
His name is Draven?
Yeah.
That's a great name.
It is,
I'm going to
man.
name my next son Draven.
Draven, there you go.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's the game I was mentioning.
That's so goofy. That's just goofy.
7-7, man.
Oh,
It was a battle. All right,
Yeah.
Xavier Prep and Rancho Christian and Linfield Christian and Norwalk. The Lions falling 65-34, the final in that one. I think we're going to jump to the next one. Yeah, good stuff, Jason. Elsinore 31-12 against Elsinore. That's a big win for the Tigers because they needed that. That was their first win of the year. Eisenhower, uncharacteristically, the Eagles, man, they're 0-4 right now. Last couple of years they've been really good.
Well, you know, last year I said if they went undefeated, I was going to cut my finger off.
Oh, that's right. It was Eisenhower.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about cutting my finger off this year.
Not this year.
Nope. Maybe next year.
Maybe, unless they do the opposite.
Oh, if they
And
go winless, I'm not cutting anything off.
All right. Well,
Nope.
all right. Maybe next year. Colton over Rim of the World. You just saw some of those highlights. That was a big win for the Yellow Jackets. Banning Blanks Rialto. I want to give a shout out to Jake Niesel The head
Niesel?
football coach at Banning. He's got them at 4-1. The rise of Banning. They're back, Jeff.
I love them. They were great in the 70s.
They're back.
They were, phenomenal. I used to go watch them play. I used to play Norte Vista when I was a little kid, and Banning was awesome. They beat everybody by like 1,000.
Did they really?
Yeah, they were good.
Well, they're 4-1. That's a big win for them. San G over Indio, 35-18. The final score.
Do you think Chris Chaddick has a what does he call him?
Gratitude?
What's the gratitude? I wonder what his gratitude entry will be tonight.
What he's thankful for?
He beat the Rajas. Is that what they're called?
The Rajas.
The Rajas.
The Rajas.
And he probably stopped and ate some dates.
Oh, so yeah, Coach Chaddick, if you're watching, and there's probably a very, very good chance he is.
Of course.
Text Jeff and I what your gratitude entry is for tonight or for tomorrow or whatever.
Gratitude entry should just be that the Pep and Jeff talked about San G and beating the Rajas and eating dates.
A lot to be thankful for.
Yes, a lot.
Bonita blanks Kaiser 47-0. The Cats fall to 0-5. Summit on the road at West Covina.
Matheny.
The Fighting Athenes.
They
4-1.
They beat the hell out of West Covina.
36-0 the final score.
Oh, it's just a mirage, but
Harupa Hills over Rancho Mirage, 30-27. Oh, that's the first win for Tommy Leach, the head coach at Harupa Hills.
I bet he is celebrating like crazy.
He's got, from what I heard, he's got guys becoming eligible. So
He's another little guy I could put in my pocket.
No, there's room.
There's room.
There's room for more.
There's room.
Let's see, Cathedral City and Arroyo Valley, Cat City, as they like to call it out in the desert. The Lions win 40-24. Fontana and El Rancho. The Ranch wins 26-20 against the Steelers. And I think we got one more. Yeah, A.B. Miller going out to Desert Mirage, winning 39-22. Jeff, for bonus points, what city is Desert Mirage located in?
And you work for the county. You probably know this.
I do know this.
It is
I've actually been in high school.
It's a Mirage. I'm going to say. I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't.
Not a clue. Not a clue. Palm Desert.
You're really far away, not even close. The answer we were looking for is the city of Thermal.
What the heck is Thermal?
Thermal.
There's people
it
that
just
live
sounds
in Thermal.
Odd, doesn't it?
Is
Thermal.
that where they have that racetrack?
Yeah, they do. They do have an awesome racetrack out there.
Yeah, you have to be a billionaire to be a member out there.
It's pretty fancy, yeah.
I've been there.
It's awesome.
Have you?
Rich Jeff has.
Yes, I have. They fly planes out there.
Yeah.
And they have big, giant houses.
It's near Coachella.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where they have all the,
I've been there. I know what you're talking about.
All
yeah.
right.
Okay.
All right, so that was week 4. I think there is a couple Saturday games. I do give a shout out to California School for the Deaf Riverside. They're playing the Maryland School for the Deaf tomorrow on Riverside TV, right?
They've lost 3 in a row to Maryland.
They have? CSDR?
Yes, they lost 14-12 last year. I'm going to be on the call with the unfunny Nick Rice. He's a great play-by-play guy, but he knows nothing about pop culture. So it'll be fun. CSDR is going to get the victory. I love Coach Adams. What do we say?
Win Cubs. Win Cubs.
Yes, yeah. CSDR Maryland tomorrow 2 p.m. will be live and amplified.
That's right. Man, I got the giggles tonight.
Yeah, you do.
You're in rare form, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2 o'clock, Riverside TV, CSDR tomorrow.
Yeah,
all right, so week 5, next week. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the matchups. Not everyone's playing. If you played in week 0 and you got your game in last week because of the air quality, you still got your game in, there's probably a good chance you are not playing this week. But we have some games. Notre Dame will take on Citrus Hill.
Citrus Hill won tonight.
Oh, so that's Coach Geringer's first win.
First win over
as the head
there.
coach. So they beat, I think it was Bloomington tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, was it?
They beat the Bruins.
Yeah, so Citrus Hill over Bloomington. So now Citrus Hill will get Notre Dame next Thursday night. They're one of the few Riverside schools actually playing next week. A couple of other big games in the area. Cajon will take on Orange Vista. We found out tonight Cajon's stud quarterback Evan Powell is out with an injury. They lost to San Jacinto 28-8. If Powell played in that game, I'd imagine it'd be at least a lot closer with San Jacinto. So we'll see what the Cowboys do next week against a very good Orange Vista team. We've got Chaparral taking on Mission Viejo in 2 of the top teams in all of the Southern section.
I think Chaparral's going to win.
I think they might, man. I think they might go on the road and stun the Diablos.
The Devils?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Los
bad nickname.
Diablos.
Bad nickname.
And let's see, we've got a Saturday night game next week. Riverside Poly will try to bounce back. They'll try to regroup after a heartbreaking loss to Ramona tonight as they will take on the upstart Redlands Terriers. That's a Saturday night game next week.
And it's a homecoming for Riverside Poly. They're putting Mike Churchill in the Hall of Fame next week.
That's awesome.
I'm going to go Friday night, I think, early, just so I can see
Saturday?
Coach Churchill. No, they have the Hall of Fame.
Oh, on Friday
dinner.
night?
Yes, I'm going to
Oh,
go
you got
see.
invited, huh?
Yes, I did. Daryl Hansen and the entire
Jim
Riverside.
Bond?
Oh, Jim Bond, of course. He always invites me. But yeah, I'm going to go see and hang out with Mike Churchill, one of my dear friends. Remember, I was his assistant coach at one time. Twice I was.
You were?
Yeah, at RTC, I wore a headset. I didn't do anything. And then when I was at La Sierra, I worked with he and Billy Cardosi. It was a whole lot of fun.
All right, so Poly homecoming Saturday night against the Redlands Terriers. And finally, so this game is next week. Remember, CSDR plays tomorrow against Maryland School for the Deaf on Riverside TV, 2 o'clock. Next week on September 28th, they will go on the road and play California School for the Deaf, Fremont. So they'll go up the road to Northern California for that game. So those are some of the matchups coming up in week 5. So we will still have a Friday night pep rally, even though not everyone will be playing, but we still have a lot of games and a lot of stuff to talk about and cover. We're hoping to have a coach or two
or 6
in studio, or 6. I mean,
why not?
Why not, right?
I've invited everybody, and usually when I invite people, they don't show up, but maybe they will.
maybe they will.
Yes.
Or they show up after you've left. and we're still-
And then I get called bad names.
All right, that's going to do it for the Friday night pep
Wait.
rally. Jeff, it's 11:56. We did
No.
really good tonight.
Do you remember?
What?
Do you remember
I don't
the
remember.
21st night of September?
No, what should I remember?
Oh my God!
First day of fall?
Jason, can we play the music? Can we play us out? Happy birthday, by the way, to Jason.
Tomorrow.
Which is in 4 minutes, so that's what I'm
4
saying.
minutes.
Do you remember the 21st night of September?
No, I don't.
How do you not know that song?
I don't know
Do we
that
have
song.
the song?
Copyright.
Oh, I guess we can't play the copyright. But
Can you sing it for us?
I could,
Can
but
you hum it? Something.
Do you remember the 21st night of
Keep singing.
September?
I'm gonna close it. Keep singing. Good night, everybody. We appreciate you watching. For Scott Ferocious and everyone at Riverside TV, good night. We'll see you next week on the Friday Night Pep Rally.
Something of September, party on. Never was a cloudy day.